Many times what we do is we see flaws. First and foremost thing comes into our mind is the negativity, that is the flaw. So when we see a thing as a flaw, the others may think it as an opportunity or it is a fortune. So I would like to narrate a situation where you need to change your attitude and the way you look at things. So a water bearer, actually the person who is carrying the water in the pots, he had two large pots. Each hung on each end of a pole which he carried across his neck. One of the pots had a crack in it. And while the other pot was very perfect and it always delivered a full portion of water at the end of the long walk from the stream to the master's house, the cracked pot actually arrived with only half filled pot. Because of the crack, the water drips along the way. For a full 2 years, this went on daily. And with the bearer delivering only 1.5 pots of full of water to his master's house. Of course, the perfect pot was good and he was proud of its accomplishments. Perfect to the end for which is made. But the poor cracked pot was ashamed of its own imperfection and miserable that it was able to accomplish only half of what it had been made to do. Many of us in our lives, we ourselves identify the flaws. Even if it is not there, we try to poke into us and see that I am not good at it, I am not good at it, like that. So that is what makes you feel so inferior, and you feel that you are not to the fullest. Many times it happens. Maybe sometimes you identify or somebody else says it. So after 2 years of what it perceived to be a bitter failure, it spoke to the water bearer one day by the stream. I am ashamed of myself and I want to apologize to you. Why? The bearer asked. What are you ashamed of? Have been able for these past 2 years to deliver only half my load. Because of this crack in my side causes water to leak out all the way back to your master's house. Because of my flaws, you have to do all this work and you don't get full value for your efforts, the pot said to the bearer. The water bearer felt sorry for the old cracked pot. And in his compassion, he said, as we return to the master's house, I want you to notice the beautiful flowers along the path. Indeed, as they went up the hill, the old cracked pot took notice of the sun warming the beautiful wildflowers on the side of the path. And this cheered it somewhat, but at the end of the trail, it still felt bad. It had leaked out half its load. And so again, it apologized to the bearer for its failure. The bearer said to the pot, did you notice that there were flowers only on your side of your path, but not on the other side of this pot? That's because I have always known about your flaw and I took advantage of it. I planted flower seeds on your side of the path, and every day while we walked back from the stream, you have watered them. For 2 years, I have been able to pick these flowers, beautiful flowers, to decorate my master's table. Without you being just the way you are, he would not have this beauty to grace his house. See the way people look at your flaws. Look for people who understands you and looks your flaws as an opportunity. We all have flaws. Accept them and find a way to use them to your advantage. What others see as a flaw may end up being your biggest advantage sometimes. People who love you and care you will accept no matter the flaws you think you have. So you need to have good people around you. That is what is the ultimate thing you have to look for. So when you have people around you who understands your benefits, the flaws have to be looked in a different perspective. People should look at it in a different angle and make use of that in a positive way. So keep a good friend with you. friend makes a lot of difference in your life as well as in your thought and attitude. Stay blessed.